It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow.
And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Houston has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. Nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. With certain players, it's like having a coach on the floor. We're talking Chris Paul. Shaq, what's it like playing with a point guard that smart?
Well, Paul knows exactly what needs to happen in every situation. He remembers patterns and tendencies of players and of opposing teams. Very smart point guard.
Yeah, you can't let your team lose focus, and he does a good job of that. The team plays with a purpose when he's on that floor.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as tip-off approaches.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Look at the Trailblazers. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
And this is the first game of a real short road trip for them, so we'll see how their first one goes.
Boys, nice and high.
So the Rockets win the tip. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Hood, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Out of bounds.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
McCollum, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, and McCollum gets his shot off from anywhere, even down in the paint. Doesn't rush anything.
Harden against McCollum. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
And sometimes all you got to do is lob it Capella's way. Often he takes care of the rest.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harden against McCollum. Stolen by Harden. Ball against Lillard. Ball finds Green. In the corner, Harden, 5 to shoot. A beautiful reverse layup.
So assured inside. I love how Harden takes the defense head on.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Mavericks.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did.
Oh, no doubt. And when you're hitting a high percentage on the perimeter, everything becomes easier.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the strike.
Now here's Harden. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. Capella with the bucket.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. Kicks it to Nurkic. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Back to Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Jusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian center, he's so aggressive on the floor, he can be a fantastic player.
And fans always want more from Nurkic. I mean, they see the flashes of what he can do when he's active and aggressive. Nurkic himself knows that this is a case with him, and it's something he's trying to iron out.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And now, Chris, a few games under their belts, we're seeing some inexperienced guys take that next step, make that leap.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side learning from a veteran and being kind of introduced and slowly introduced to the game. Right now, though, guys, we've seen what they've done in college. We know that they've had great coaches and great coaching. And so, yes, the bar has moved up where we expect younger players to do more because the game is built for younger players. Fast pace, speed of the game, shooting threes, and just having fun out there. And so, yeah, I think a lot more is expected of young guys. And I think they're embracing the fact that they have a lot more responsibility.
And Capella over to help. They get it again. Here's Lillard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Now, here is Harden. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Here's Paul. Again, the Rockets score.
And really, Paul is a threat to score from anywhere, but the mid-range jumper is a specialty.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Here is Harden. Pass to Capella. He kicks to Tucker. Over McCollum. He doesn't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the deep.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Well, make no mistake, Dame Lillard is this team's leader. I mean, he stepped right into the role after Aldridge left town. Even while Aldridge was in town, he was the leader. I mean, he has done a fantastic job leading the way on the floor and in the locker room.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Kenneth Faried comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Gordon subbed in for Green. That free throw good from Lillard. And with the attitude of me against the world approach that Lillard has, you can see it with the rest of the team.
I mean, teams follow the attitude of their leader. This Portland team always plays with an underdog perspective because of Lillard. Lillard has brought the team together closer by organizing barbecues, post-game group activities. I mean, he's the man.
Now, here's Lillard. Harden missing his last shot. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Pass to Layman. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Layman's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And with it, now defended by McCollum. Harden kicks to Nene. Shot to stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Ball against Lillard, stolen by Faried. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 31-point game against Minnesota. Here's Collins. No good that time. Some solid defense there by Nene. Shoots. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Faried. And it's 6 points for James Harden.
He's given him a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Lillard with it. Chris Paul covering. And Lillard kicks to Collins. Lillard against Paul. Unloads from 13. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Lillard's got 7 points.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
It's Harden with the drive.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win-now mode, and we're willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Maurice Harkless is checked in for C.J. McCollum, and it's Seth Curry in for Damian Lillard. Collins. Rockets with the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And so Nene will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden with it. Guarded now by Harkless. And Faried throws it down.
Well, it's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Curry finds Harkless. Back to Curry. On deep. He can't get that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
To the inside. And finished off by Collins.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Harden. 8 points for him. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Harden's got 10 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Curry against Fareed. Teardrop shot. Stolen by Harden. Outside Gordon. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Oh, look at those handles. Terrific from the shifty two-guard. Gordon zipping right through the D.
Curry looking it over. And it's off from three-point range. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for James Harden. Houston leading by 4. Here's Rivers. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas. No good on his first attempt of the game. For Portland, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Count it. Cantor's got his first 2 points of the night.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
And here's Houston. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Rivers. That one wide left. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Mike D'Antoni. They have won their one matchup against this team so far, but he said the first order of business was for them to score against a very tough shot-blocking team inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down perimeter looks. They could be the key to victory. We'll see if he's right, Kevin.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
Well, Greg, I think the best approach is a solid motion offense. A lot of back cuts, ball movement side to side. Against a team with this kind of defense, good movement is always the key to breaking them down.
That free throw, no good. The clear strength of the Blazers is their backcourt of Lillard and McCollum.
Well, and the two complement each other so well. Both can create and dish for one another. Both can take over a game with their shooting, and they're the engine that drives this whole offense.
And the second free throw, good. Houston in the lead. Outside Gordon. Down low. Here's Nene. Banked in off the glass. Nene's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, I love watching Gordon go to work on the pick and roll. I mean, he's a high IQ player who knows how to pass off the screen.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Last season, they were trying to speed up the game, C-Web. Teams were given fewer timeouts. Do you think they achieved that goal?
Well, yeah, the new rules, 18 to 14 total timeouts. No more 20-second timeouts. All quarters have 2 mandatories. I think it does help speed up. And these are the greatest coaches in the world. They can adjust. They just need to know what the rules are. And I love the fast pace, the fast pitch count. Let's make sure that we keep the game in the way that fans love it, and we're not leaving any time out there on the floor. I think the coaches have made a great adjustment to it, and look, play on the East Coast is always going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical than the West, but I tell you what, it seems like it's speeding up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us fans.
Well said. Now here's Harkless after Eric Gordon's miss, and the shot goes in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Shumpert passes to Rivers. No good with the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Down low, here's Cantor. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Aminu comes in for Jake Layman. Cantor's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Rivers kicks to Gordon. To the paint. Fires at the elbow. And that one's good. Shumpert's got his first basket of the night.
See that quick shooting from Shumpert? He's a confident scorer in the mid-range.
Curry finds Harkless. Cantor against Capella. Cantor inside. Here's Curry with the 3. And no good. And it's Houston the other way. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
And the Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Rivers, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Rivers has got his first basket. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Portland. And the pass to Harkless. Kicks it to Cantor. And here is Curry. Nurkic up top. 6 to shoot. At the top of the key, Harkless. Over Shumpert. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
Love the aggressiveness. Shumpert isn't afraid of going inside.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stuff to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can come.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu, Damian Lillard out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Rodney Hood, and it's Nurkic in its center, locking down the middle. And Capella sends it back.
It seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they've built. They've really captured the momentum.
Now here's Lillard. Outside Curry. Passes to Aminu. Lillard surveying the D. He kicks to Hood. Over Green. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. And it's blocked.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
And it's in there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Lillard after Clint Capella's bucket. Nurkic with it. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
I mean, Kevin, look at that catch-and-shoot game with me. He is excellent at realizing when to go right up with it.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Al-Farouq Aminu picking up that last basket. And the dunk by Capella.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
And anybody can get a run-of-the-mill putback, but he makes them count.
Here's Nurkic following the score by Houston. No good there off the double clutch. On the wing, Green. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Trailblazers trail by 10. Curry dishes to Lillard. And he comes up with the deuce.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Houston making some changes. Harden comes in for Shumpert, and it's Paul in for Austin Rivers. And Portland with a change here too. McCollum's checked in. Now here's Harden. 10 points for him. McCollum passes to Hood. Bucket is good. Hood's got his first points in this one. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he could not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Here is Harden, following the score by Damian Lillard. The Rockets with another miss. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him.
And Harden wide open. He shoots, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Harden's got 12 points in the game. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Outside Hood. Pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. The rebound by Harden. Houston leading by 6. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
The Trailblazers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
Well, a high-octane offense in Houston, that's been a staple for any of Mike D'Antoni's teams. The Rockets, they do it a little differently. ISO ball, half court, threes, get out and run. They get buckets.
Fareed's checked in for Green. That one is no good. And the Rockets last season, second in the league in two-point percentage, but Chris last in the league in two-point attempts.
Can you believe it? I mean, they shot more threes than twos, actually. That's crazy. I mean, you might say, well, take it inside. Well, the Rockets are looking at points per shot. By that metric, they're threes neck and neck with the twos.
They get the rebound. Capella kicks to Harden. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Lillard against Paul. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Over Paul. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Lillard. Houston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Timeout called, the Rockets. And the dunk is always the king of the highlight reel. We know it comes easy if you're 6'10" or bigger, but Chris, there are little guys who can get up there and slam it down hard too.
Well, I tell you what, Westbrook absolutely scares me when he dunks the ball, because Westbrook thinks he's 7 foot tall and tries to dunk like it every time. So I love watching him attack them, man. How about Dennis Smith Jr.? His miss in the dunk contest last year was one of the most exciting dunks I've seen in a long time. It was. Eric Bledsoe, Terry Rozier. I mean, these guys, they attack the rim fearlessly, and they're going to posterize you if you're a big fella and sleeping on their hops.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Cantor comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Layman subbed in for Hood. Now, here is Harden. 14 points for him. Lillard against Paul. Count the basket. Paul's got 6.
He's not going to out-muscle too many guys, but Paul still has too much grit to let a little contact keep him from finishing.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
And they're going to need even more out of him with the score being what it is.
Gordon finds Harden. Good on the triple. He's got 17.
Ooh, he's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside, just a terrific night from Harden.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the... Oh!
Goodness.
Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Count that one. McCollum's got his second bucket tonight.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
Now Harden, 19 points in the game. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Ball against Lillard. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. With the shot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Nene kicks to Fareed. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Harkless is checked in for Portland. Stolen by Nene.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
And here is Paul. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Dallas.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Harkless. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. Houston leading by 6. Harden scanning the floor. Six on the shot clock, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, you better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
On defense, Portland. Here's Paul. It's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Cantor inside. Fareed on him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Houston gets called for the foul. The Trailblazers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. The first free throw is good. One area that the Blazers struggled with last year was ball movement. They have a bad habit of going one-on-one too often.
Yeah, you might have to talk to the coach about that. The players fall into playing iso ball way too much. I mean, you know, in the NBA era, where passing and ball movement are king, the Blazers are falling behind, and it's costing them. They were last in the league in assists and second to last in total passes. And I just can't cut it.
Now here's Rivers. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. There's the dish to Nene. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
McCollum against Rivers. McCollum passes to Collins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball. Hits it from three-point range.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hot.
Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum outside. Pass to Harkins. Shot clock at 5. Collins in the post, guarded by Nene. Collins, good. Collins has got 6.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Rivers kicks to Harden. And a miss there on the triple. Portland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. McCollum finds Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. Harkless the pass to Cantor. Fires it up. The shot by Layman, no good. Rockets leading by 7. It's Harden with the drive, and yes, it's good. Harden's got 26 points.
Oh, just exceptional focus from Harden on the drive, knowing that the D can't stop him no matter what they do.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Edwards, he's checked in for the Rockets. Mon Shumpert has come in for Eric Gordon. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Curry's checked in. Harden inside the three-point line. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Collins. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Nene's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. P.J. Tucker comes in for Edwards. And it's Gerald Green in for James Harden. Now here's Rivers. Capella kicks it to Tucker. Outside Shumpert. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry wide open, off target from three-point range.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
Count it, good.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Now here's McCullum. Over Shumpert. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, clock running out. They stay poised and get the shot off just in time.
And so it's the Houston Rockets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
James, big first half for you. What was the most important thing that got you going?
Just trying to be aggressive, trying to get out early and give a little spark to my teammates. You know, and they followed along. So, you know, it's just a matter of us not turning the ball over and getting stops.
So far, so good. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
The Beard went crazy in the first half. He took total command of the offense, total command of the game overall. He went crazy. I'm going crazy, Ernie. I don't want to do this anymore.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Seems like he had enough dunks in the first half to last him for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Green in at the 3 slot. And the more we see from McCullum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCullum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCullum play with such an edge.
One shot.
The throw good, McCullum.
Well, just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
And it's sent back by Lillard. Capella finds Paul. Outside, Green. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And with McCullum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he can take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCullum is one of the toughest guys to guard on the wing.
Rockets leading by 9. Paul looking over the floor. Green bounce pass.
Come to me, come to me.
Harden against McCollum. Now, here is Harden. Not a lot of room. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
And so Hood will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. McCollum against Harden. Nurkic, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half. They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Ball against Lillard. McCollum outside. Nurkic in the post. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
Free throw good. Nurkic. And the Rockets with a big summer and back with a vengeance in pursuit of an elusive title.
Don't count them out. If they can control Chris Paul's minutes, try to keep him healthy for the playoffs, if they're 100%, they can beat anyone.
And both free throws good for Nurkic.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. The physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
Harden against McCollum. They grab their own miss. And it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Rockets lead by 11.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Aminu's got 5.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Houston. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, Portland, 2.5 games back.
And for the Trailblazers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seated.
Now here's McCollum. Harden missing his last shot. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's stolen by Aminu. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
Oh, Aminu is so difficult to guard without fouling. His mobility is impressive. Skilled at using it to pick up contact.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
But think about this Portland team. Very solid on defense. They do a good job of closing out on shooters, both in the mid-range and deep. I mean, they can improve, but they're still a very tough team to score against at times.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And for the Blazers, their defense, Chris, is something that can get overlooked.
Yeah, they don't do a great job of forcing turnovers. Bottom 3 in the league last year in that regard. But they are a very good rebounding team, and they play well as a unit. I love the way they rotate to cover up for each other.
And Green gets it to go.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Now here's Hood. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Here's McCollum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, Kevin, the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the Rockets had the Warriors right where they wanted them. But due to the injury of Chris Paul, I mean, they helped open the door for the Dubs, but you got to play who's in front of you, and they won the last 2 games to take the series.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw. And had they advanced to the finals, Chris, the Rockets would have been favored. Is it hard to bounce back when you felt so close to winning a title?
It can haunt you, but it also inspires you. Because you know there's things you can work on and you can get right back. I mean, winning a title this year should go a long way towards soothing that pain.
Paul passes to Harden. Capella inside. Looking on Nurkic. And the dunk by Capella.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Here's McCollum. 10 points for him. Over Harden. Shot from 12. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from McCollum.
Oh, and McCollum, he's an exceptional shooter. He loves sticking it to the D when they're right in his face.
Paul against Lillard. Paul finds Harden. Second chance shot. It's deflected. Kicks it out to Paul. Lets it go from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 6th assist on the night. Rockets leading by 7. Harden outside. And the pass to Capella. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Now that's true grit for Capella. Outstanding and sticking with his shot, even when he gets knocked around.
Houston making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Mon Shumpert has come in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Curry comes in for McCollum. And timeout called. Terry Stotts has had enough. We have a look at the Rockets organization, Chris. One of the best run teams people think in this league.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, over a decade of winning basketball, they find ways to win, and then they won't be satisfied till they win it all.
Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Capella. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard with it. He's got 19 to the inside. It's deflected. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Rivers. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard, right side. Gordon against Aminu. He dishes it to Lillard. Over Rivers. Portland no good that time either.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
Dishes it to Faried. Shumpert against Curry. Here's Nene. Jumper trying to free himself up. The shot by Nene. No good. Aminu, the pass to Cantor. Kicks to Lillard. Over Rivers. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the rejection by Collins. Lillard with no one around. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
And he makes that one. Lillard's got 21 in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Outside Gordon. Rockets leading by 8. On the wing, Shumpert fires the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Shumpert's got 10.
Okay, Shumpert is a super confident three-point shooter. Look at his release. Superb extension.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. And they pick up 2. And that's now 9 points for Enes Kanter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Aminu against Gordon. Outside Shumpert. To the middle. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Enes Kanter. He's putting up 13 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Now here's Curry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Lillard. He feeds it to Collins. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in.
One shot.
And that one falls for Collins.
Well, Portland, as a franchise, they seem to be in a tough spot. I mean, they've had some bad luck with draft picks, and at the same time, they've lost some free agents to other organizations. I mean, they're too talented to go full rebuild, not with their stars, but they're still missing a piece or two from really being a danger in the West come playoff time.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Feeds to Kanter. Misses in close. Chris, for the Blazers, as you mentioned, you worry they'll continue to remain static in the West.
Yeah, I do, because they're too good to rebuild. And right now, you know, it seems like they're not an elite team and they're not a bad team. So how do you figure it out? And it reminds me a little bit of the Hawks about a decade ago. They were always a playoff threat, but never found that next stage. Hopefully the Blazers can shake things up to get them where they need to go.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Hood's checked in for Curry.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. The past month has been surreal. First in free throw shooting, 6th in scoring, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
For Houston, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Nene is out of Brazil, a quality player for whom injuries have always been a constraining factor.
Yeah, and that's one reason you like him in that reserve role, controlling his minutes, keeping him fresh, because he's a difference maker on the floor at both ends.
Here's Paul, following the score by Rodney Hood. Al Paul, he has 6. Shoots over Lillard. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard against Paul. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cantor inside. He's guarded by Rivers. The shot's good from Cantor.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lillard against Paul. Outside Gordon. 3-pointer. Kept alive by Houston. Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
I mean, really, Capella is a handful for the defense. I mean, at times you got to foul him.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
First one falls for him.
The 6'10" center from Switzerland. I mean, Capella, he's become a nightly double-double threat. He's a strong big man.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. He hits both from the stripe. Well, Chris, Clint Capella had a schedule in his development. You know, credit his tremendous work ethic. You see it, Chris, in his passing, his finishing, and certainly at the free throw line.
No, his second season, I mean, he shot below 38% at the line. I mean, among players with 150 or more attempts, that was the 5th worst percentage in NBA history. But he's made tremendous strides there, and that's freed him to be more aggressive offensively. Not worried about getting fouled.
So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Nene, and it's James Harden in for Rivers. Stolen by Cantor. Pass to Collins. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum, and the wide open shot from Green. The Rockets again can't hit. Portland's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Lillard against Paul, and Lillard gets double teamed. It's stolen by Capella.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's a combination of urgency and efficiency. Let's see how they execute.
The 3 from McCollum. Harden grabs the miss. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
With 1 on the clock, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets lead by 5 and will return shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Rockets leading by 5. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
Both free throws good from Paul. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
2 shots. 5. Elbow. 2.
And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
First one falls for him. All free throws good from Hood.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
Houston leading by 3. And here is Paul. Paul is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Rockets with the ball. He kicks to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And the Rockets lead by 6. Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. And he banks in the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And there's the pass to Tucker. Inside. And the dunk by Capella.
And every year, Capella seems to up his scoring. Looking hungry. He wants to shoulder more of the offensive load.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Now, here's Lillard. High post, Nurkic. He's against Green. Clock at 6. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Tucker. Finished off the break.
This is why you can trust Harden to run your offense. He's fantastic at realizing when to dish it.
Paul against Lillard. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Lillard gets it to go.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Capella. Here's Tucker. The shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. Outside Hood. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Capella finds Green. A shot by Paul. Nobody around.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Inside. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 8 now on the night. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 4. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Harden against McCollum. Harden, no good.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And he can't hit the second.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, guys. I mean, in a close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
The shot's good from Paul.
And a good read right there by Paul. Great at carving out space close to the rim and capitalizing.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. No good that time. Harden with the defensive effort. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Rockets leading by 3. Harden outside. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. The shot's good. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Terrific at catching in there at the basket. I mean, his hands are great. Capella uses that size to his advantage.
Paul against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 14 points for Nurkic.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Paul against Lillard. Paul passes to Harden. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Now here's Hood. Passes it to Nurkic. 4 on the shot clock. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Aminu. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Thursday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Jazz, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
First free throw is good. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes and is up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly. 2
free throws for Aminu.
Well, at this point of his career, Aminu knows who he is, an effective two-way player who likes being a glue guy.
Harden inside the three-point line and misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers trail by 5. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Got that one up quick.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. They've led by as many as 14 points. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Lillard against Paul. Lillard attacking. The putback. Rockets with the rebound. Nene's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Gordon with no one around. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Paul against Lillard. He kicks to McCollum. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Paul for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
Hood for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood. Rockets leading by 6. Here is Harden. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. McCollum against Harden. Here's Nurkic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. From deep, Harden. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Aminu. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
McCollum against Harden. Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Showing why he wants to take on more responsibility, Kevin. I mean, Capella's competitiveness in these big moments, admirable.
The 3 from McCollum gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 21 in the game.
And it's looking like he got his long-range touchback after the break. I mean, that's his second 3 of the half after none in the first.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Green, he's checked in for Houston. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
And they take the lead.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Green finds Harden. Houston moving it around. Pass to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Lillard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And that's 12 points for Chris Paul. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Harden kicks to Paul. Shoots over Lillard. And it's Paul missing. Portland leading. Inside. Knocked away. Paul with the steal. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Kevin, and Harden defines the word clutch, and this is clutch city. The number of ways in which he scores in these moments, just incredible.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. The pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nurkic can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Gordon dishes to Capella. Count it!
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Lillard against Paul. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Tries a three. Count it! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And over his career, Aminu really has improved his three-point shot. I mean, the defense has to honor it.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Green. It's good.
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
Yeah, Greg, and I say you go for the dagger. I mean, try to get that big 3. That'll win you the game.
Lillard against Paul. Now, here's Lillard, guarded closely. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. The free throw is good from Lillard.
Fantastic was that. One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
And a deep 3 from Harden. Oh, Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And Portland starts out with the ball. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Green is out there with Gordon, and it's Capella in at the center.
A well-rounded offensive threat. I mean, games like this prove Nurkic is capable of dominating on this end.
Now here's Gordon. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And 11 points for Eric Gordon.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
A minute into overtime and what has been a great game so far. Harden outside. Here's Capella. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Took him no time at all on that one. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Great timing from McCollum. Outstanding at filling out the D and burning them with the catch and shoot, Jay.
Ball finds Harden. Good D by McCollum. Portland leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Hood gets the bucket.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Capella. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Left side, Hood. Here's Aminu. Out to Hood. There's the 3. He's off on that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Green in the post. By Hood. Harden the pass to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
It's big for them when he's hitting the 3. I mean, he makes the D work a lot harder.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Here's Lillard. It's overtime basketball, folks, if you're just tuning in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now the dish to Aminu. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation. To the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Some room here for Gordon. And it's Houston with another.
Come on, he's a fearless scorer. Gordon has plenty of experience nailing these type of shots.
Lillard with it. He dishes it to Nurkic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. On defense, the Rockets. Hood kicks to Aminu. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. Overtime basketball, a little under 3.5 minutes into it.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
McCollum against Harden. Kicks the ball to the paint. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. There's Nurkic, guarded by Harden. Here's Rivers. Good work defensively by Lillard. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from three-point range since the start of overtime. Very solid. Good for 3. Great D that time from Green. Poked away and stolen by Lillard. And here they come. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Fareed is checked in. Outside Hood. Dishes to Lillard. Here's Aminu. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deep a hole. Very little time now to climb out.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 7. 34 seconds left in overtime. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Inside, Green. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Kev, those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 7. 27 seconds left to play in the first overtime. And so it's Houston with it. 7-point differential. The putback. Count it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Green, no luck.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
Down low, stolen by Harden. Offline. And so it's Portland winning this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate
that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.